LDBC. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. You're live on the Coach Shelton Harrison Boxing and MMA Show live. Okay, folks, check it out. Check it out. I was watching an episode of Undisputed, man. You know, and I've come to grown to just really like the show, man. I like it. It's a good show, man. You know, Skip and Shannon, they balance each other out, man. Skip Bayless, you know, I'm starting to figure out, man, he really was, in my opinion, just kind of, he was handcuffed at ESPN. He still kind of got his views, and he still will get on there and really point blank argue. You know, Skip know he be wrong most of the time, and he'll still argue it out. So that make the show, you know, kind of entertaining to watch. It just do. But they had Chad Ocho Cinco on the show, man. And, you know, y'all know when Chad Ocho Cinco is on anybody's show, it's entertaining, man. But, you know, Chad probably got to be one of the dumbest individuals on the planet. Like, at times I question his IQ level. This dude is not smart. Okay, Chad not smart. Chad is a dummy. How he made it so far in the NFL, he had to have had some extraordinary talent to get as far as he did, because the man is stupid. And he was saying some dumb stuff, man. And shout out to Shannon Sharpe for checking this idiot, man. You know, when I think back of Chad Ocho Cinco, Chad messed up a lot of things, man. He messed up his career. You know, he messed up his finances. This dude messed up messed up everything because he didn't want to be about the training. He didn't want to be about training hard. This dude wanted to be partying, wanted to be with various women, wanted to just, you know, he just wanted to be this attention whore. That's what this idiot wanted to be. So he had the nerve to tell Shannon Sharpe, he said, you know, hey, baby, I'm thinking like Allen Iverson, man. You know, it ain't about this, it's about the game. You know, it ain't about practice, you know. Yeah, you be late to practice, but, you know, you be late to a meeting, man. But what are you going to be doing on that game day? Shannon Sharpe checked him, man. Checked him fast. Shannon Sharpe told him, he said, in 14 years of playing in the NFL, I've only been late twice to a meeting. Shannon was like, nah, brother, that's unacceptable. And yeah, he said my excuses for being late to the meeting were valid. He says, I get paid all this money to be on time, to do my end of the bargain. And that's the problem. And I'm going to tell you what Shannon Sharpe really was saying, man. And I don't even know if he went into elaboration, because Shannon Sharpe could have really went in a whole lot more. But he did it really, you know, he did it with a sense of diplomacy. Oh, he could have went in. He could have completely went in and annihilated Ocho Cinco for talking that madness. Really what Shannon Sharpe was trying to say, you know, and I get what Shannon was saying. You know what? Black people, we get the stereotype of CP time. I can't stand that, man. I can't stand when some people say, well, you know how black folks are, man. You know, we on CP time. I can't stand that. Because, you know, that's one of the stereotypes, that blacks can't never be on time. And it's crazy, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, and I can understand, man, you know, every now and then, you know, because stuff do happen, man. You're not going to be on time every time you set out. But, God dog, 98% of the time, yeah. If you know you got to be somewhere, you know the time, be on time. You know, and it kind of remind me, man. It remind me of some of my groups, man, that, you know, come to my practices, man. And, you know, and this is just real. I'm not bashing anybody, but this reminds me. You know, I'll get, you know, this one brother, you know, he'll come. And, you know, he's always about 30 minutes late. And, you know, me, I'm pretty patient. I can deal with 10 to 15 minutes late. I'm okay with that, because, you know, I always got something I need to be doing. I always got a paperwork I got to sign. I always got something that I can do for that time while I'm waiting. So, me, that don't bother me. For some people, it really do bother them. Like, they can't stand people that can't get there when they're supposed to get there. I get that. Me, I'm patient, man, because, you know, you're dealing with society, you're dealing with people. And when you in a people-pleasing business, man, you got to be patient and flexible. So, I get it. But, you know, it's this one dude, man. They'll come 30 minutes to 45 minutes late, man. And you know what pissed you off, man? Instead of just, you know, texting you and saying, hey, I'm running behind. Nah, man. You know what we'll do? We'll come and then we'll get there and then laugh like it's funny. And, you know, to me, I don't take that, you know, it's not funny. Because if I'm running behind somewhere and if I know this, I either reschedule or I ask, can they come at a later time, which is, you know, usually hardly ever. Or, you know, I tell them that I'm running behind a few minutes. Is that okay? If not, then, you know, I'll reschedule and I always try to make the customer happy, you know? And, you know, for the most part, that gets you a long way. But it's some of us, man. Some of us as black people, man, we show up somewhere, and then, you know, you think it's funny. And it's not funny if you in business. Like, if you actually doing something and you got to be somewhere else after you got to, you know, see certain people, when you got to do stuff in order, that's your money. But he was telling Chad Ocho Cinco to shut up. And really, Chad need to shut up, man. I mean, honestly, he would tell me, you know, and I'm sitting there thinking, okay, when has this dude been relevant? He ain't really been that relevant since he left the Bengals. And he was relevant at one point in time, and then he stopped being relevant because he started doing dumb stuff, man. And now this guy, you know, still crying, oh, well, you know, I still got what it takes to be in the league, baby. I still got, shut up. First of all, man, you squandered most of all your finances, okay? You was sniffing crack. You was with all kind of hoes. And now this is what you want to do, Chad Ocho Cinco? Now you want to cry talking about ain't nobody giving you a chance? Oh, goofies. Man, shut up. It's a problem, man. You didn't take your job seriously. You took it for granted when you were there. You couldn't come on time. And I'm sorry. When you work a job, it doesn't matter who you are. There are set hours. You can't make up your own time. You can't come and go as you please. You can't stay out all night because you know you got to be there the next morning. There are set hours. There are set hours, and then you can't come on TV talking about the person. You can't do that all the time. I can understand you have a disagreement with management and coaches, but you know, you came out on national TV a couple of times. You threw your teammates, you threw your owners, I mean, you threw your coach, you threw them all under the bus. You threw these guys under the bus. And did you think it was going to turn out well? See, the difference between you and guys like Colin Kaepernick, he's not being disobedient to his management. That's not what he's doing. He's standing up for something that's incorrect. What did you stand up for, Chad? You know, the only thing you stood up for is to make it rain in the club, Chad. That's what you stood up for. You stood up, Chad, for sniffing them lines of cocaine. You stood up, Chad, for smacking that woman around. That's what you stood up for. And now you got the gall to come on national TV and cry because ain't nobody giving you a chance when you done ruined every chance you got. I would never have a player like you on my team talking about practice ain't important. I deal with athletes all day long, and I'm going to tell you something. You let an athlete, you know, any athlete that don't practice, it's not perfect. I don't care who you are. If you don't come to the practice and if you don't work on your skill set, if your skill set is not perfect, you're not going to play perfect in the game. And what happened? Because of your stupid, flawed mindset. This is what happened to your NFL career. It went down a crapper, and now you crap, and now you sitting on here talking about you in good shape. Now you want to do the work. I guess now you want to work now. Now that you passed your prime, Chad. Now that all the women, they gone. And ain't nobody paying you no mind because you wasn't in the first place. And they were only with you because you had a paycheck coming in. And now you don't, Chad. You're just as irrelevant as the dumb comments that you made on the show. And that's just the way that is. This is your boy, Coach Shelton Harrison. I'm done.